What's going on, everybody? What's up, YouTube? What is up, man? Happy hump day. Hopefully, your hump day was good. Right,
Man,
man.
what's good?
Besides that little story that you just shared with me, no, it
I
wasn't
mean,
good. No, it wasn't good. But anyway, we'll get into that later.
no,
Anyway,
fuck
you got
that
my.
shit. We ain't talking about that. I
Okay,
don't
there we
even
go.
want to do it.
All right, cool. Understandable. All right, but besides that, you got myself Dynamite Sports, you got Blaze HD, you got King Crazy Food.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
YouTube space to the horror podcast stream. That doesn't sound right at all.
Right, because we sound
welcome,
like we about to talk
welcome,
about some
welcome,
different shit.
welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Console B podcast, everybody. We're going to be discussing our favorite horror movies. As you know, we are continuing
The
our
real shit.
final week, of our October screen month. So we're going to be talking about our favorite horror movies. As we know right now, Incognito is not with us today, so it's just us three. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, hanging out with us, and
He is alive
hey,
and well.
he is alive and well. He's just probably just busy doing some other stuff, so he couldn't be with us tonight. So if y'all want, you know what I'm saying, um, cuss his ass out tomorrow when we back on stream. You know what I'm saying, for him missing the podcast. There you go. You can do that.
Just know
That'll
that he
be
cuts
cool.
back.
Right.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are we all are vipers in
Yeah,
our own
that's
right.
true.
So you should have
But
said cuss him out at your own risk.
Right.
well, yeah, you're right. I should have said that. It's at your own risk. But anyway, besides that, man, what we getting into, man? We talking about horror movies, man, and the horror movies of this day and age, man,
I
just
was
sucks.
I was just gonna say, let's just go on ahead and get it out the way. Let's talk about the comedy horror of this
Yeah,
generation.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't really put nothing that's horror at new horror on the top of my list anyway. So
I don't really have any favorite horror movies besides the old ones that I used to watch when I was a kid
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or
Like
when I was a
the new
teenager.
shit ain't really
Like
funny like that. I
the
mean, not.
the
I'm
new.
sorry, the new shit ain't really scary like that.
You said it right.
The new
You
shit
said
is
it
more
right.
comedy.
You said it right. And it's just, and if anybody in the comments, you know what I'm saying, y'all disagree, man, like, shoot, or y'all live in the chat right now, man, feel free to retort.
Yeah. Let us know
Feel
how
free to
y'all feel
retort.
about this horror shit.
Let us know how you feel, because horror movies this generation sucks ass.
Yeah.
Literally.
Now I've
It
seen
just
some of
sucks.
them. Well, I ain't gonna start seeing some of them look like they might be interesting, but I haven't even took the chance to even watch them because you know. But I know like the movie, like them Insidious movies. I feel I've seen like the trailers for them, but I have never watched the movies. But some of those like they could be interesting. Have
Oh
any one of y'all
man,
seen any of the Insidious movies?
no,
The
cause
trailer
the
for them look
truck
like they
cut.
could be decent.
Well, see, the trailers for them even make me laugh. So I'm like, I just can't. I'm gonna tell you right now. Whenever I tried, I tried sitting down and watching a horror movie with with my family about 2 months ago. And when I sat down and I watched the movie and I saw a part that they thought it was scary, but I was laughing my ass off, my wife literally cut the movie off and went in the other room. She literally was done. She was pissed off. Like, that was not funny. And I'm like, yes, that was.
Yeah, I've gotten that quite a bit.
That was funny as shit. I don't see how you didn't find that funny. And my sons are looking at me like, Dad, that was scary. No, that's what? That was funny. You want to know why it was funny? Because I knew he was going to turn around the corner and something was going to happen to him. It was predictable too. You know what I'm saying? It's predictable. And
But you got to also think about it too. We also grew up in scary ass cities, in scary ass times, with real scary ass shit too.
well, you probably grew up in scary ass city, but you know what I'm saying? Memphis and West Memphis wasn't scary. It was probably a scary time.
You know what's crazy though, because me and you, Mike, we live in this area and we don't feel like it that way. But people that's not from here, it's like the scariest shit ever. Almost like Chicago
Yeah.
or some shit.
Well, you know, I understand why.
I was just getting ready to say, you don't think it was scary, and like people tell me, like, I didn't think it was scary when I grew up, but when I bring people to where I grew up and
Well,
tell
see-
people my upbringing, like it was scary.
Like,
Like,
Well, see,
yeah,
it
because
make-
for
it
us,
makes
it was like it
sense.
was just life. You know, for us, we was
Yeah,
used to. You know, it was. You know,
yeah, pretty much. That's really what there was, and I get that, and we get that a lot because of the fact that a lot of people, a lot of people was fortunate to have a good upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Our upbringing was blood, sweat, and tears. Literally. Blood, sweat, and tears. That was our upbringing. That literally was our upbringing.
yeah.
And I'm sure we're not the only ones, but I know just speaking on our behalf, you know what I'm saying? You know, just us speaking on our behalf, our upbringing was very, very rough. it was it was different. So that's just really what that was. And man, and when people talk about like and the things that is so scary about people coming to Memphis or people coming to West Memphis, you know, people move from California and New York and big places to come live in Memphis, and I look at them like, why?
Yeah, I do the same shit. I'm like, you
I'm
came
thinking
here.
I'm like, why? I'm like, well, and then I understand why, because you know, one, real estate is cheaper here. And so the cost
people
of
come from
the cost of
anywhere.
living is here.
People come from anywhere and move here, and I say, why? Like, what the fuck
You
is wrong
know,
with you? And they
but
literally like they live here for a year and like, I want to go back.
Yeah, people come
well,
down here to
see,
Memphis and just stay.
yeah, they do. They come down to stay. Now, I'm not down. Now, no,
But
don't
I
get me
will
wrong.
say, Cleveland, don't get me wrong. Like, Cleveland is a wonderful city if you know where to live.
Yeah, I guess you could say the same for Memphis. Like, you know,
Yeah, Memphis is too. But
Don't get me
you know,
wrong. I love Cleveland. I love it. But dealing with the police here, dealing with the politics here is a bunch of bullshit.
that's
I
probably
will say that.
that's probably a lot of places.
but all right. Well, let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic. All right. We got
Right,
Matt
because
saying
we
the
was about to
city is.
go into a whole nother
Yeah, we
tangent like we
was.
always do.
Yeah, we was. Let's get back on
So we
topic.
got some.
We
I
got
wasn't
Matt.
even
We
looking
got
at the
Matt.
comment. Yeah, we got Mac
Yeah,
in this joint.
we got Mac in here. He was talking about Insidious was
What up,
good.
Matt?
Matt,
Like he done
I
threw
ain't seen it.
he threw Matter of fact, he threw one of mine in there. I was gonna say A Quiet Place. That's one of my tops for the recent ones actually.
See, I haven't even seen A Quiet Place. It's
They got a
actually in
part
my
two
list
too.
to watch.
Yeah, A Quiet Place is actually that's actually one of the more recent movies that I actually did like. Now I haven't
Now,
seen The Conjuring,
World
and I
War
haven't
Z
seen
was good.
Brightburn either.
World War Z was good, and
I don't know.
World War Z was
World
not
War Z,
scary.
it don't seem like a horror
That's more
movie.
it
science
wasn't
fiction.
scary. It wasn't scary. It was more. I felt like it was more action.
It did seem like a action
That was
zombie
more
movie,
science fiction.
World War Z to me was
Really. Yeah, I wouldn't
more.
take that as a horror movie.
Yeah, it was more action to me. But as far as the movie, see, you also gotta understand too that if Mac and Snap is in here listening to the podcast, they watch scary movies to laugh at them too. So they in the same boat as we are.
And Mac,
See-
you talking about funny ass movies. This shit ain't scary.
Yeah, exactly. Like Annabelle 2 was funny to me too. I mean, I laughed at the trailer. So that let me know that
I've never watched any of the Annabelles.
if I watch the trailer, if I'm laughing at a horror movie trailer, that means I don't need to watch it. This is
I ain't
exactly
think
what that
Annabelle was
means.
scary. I thought that shit was funny as hell. But never mind.
No, go ahead. You good?
I was gonna say I was high, but I'm high most of the time.
Oh
so.
well, you know what I'm saying. That's okay. But I was not high and I laughed. So no. So that's just really what that is. But Matt putting out the ones that he watched that he enjoyed, and Matt probably mostly enjoyed them and laughed his ass off at them too. So
And I do want to watch Brightburn. I still haven't watched that yet.
Mac
you
was
talking about
probably
that evil
a little
Evil
stoned
Superman.
version
too.
of Superman.
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I do want to see it though.
No, I haven't watched that one either. That's probably one that I seen the trailer for, and I didn't think it was scary, but I also thought it was interesting. So it's probably one on my list that I need to put on my list to watch.
He also wrote what's that, Hereditary? I ain't never heard of that.
So what now?
He wrote Hereditary. He said Hereditary was good and different, but I've never even heard of that one. Y'all know anything about that?
Oh,
All right,
I didn't see
all
that
right.
one either.
People
I
in
never
chat
heard or seen that one.
and people on mic. What's the scariest movie you ever seen? Not
Scary
your
movie?
favorite scary movie.
Just
The
one that
scariest
scared
movie?
you.
The one that put your ass like had you dreaming scary shit.
You know
Hey,
what? I'm gonna
had
say for
you-
me, when I was a kid, when I was younger, was that which one was it though? It was one of them one of them Nightmare on Elm Street, the one where he was in, the girl was in the bed and he ate, like he turned into the bed, like he was the bed and he ate her or something.
Yeah, man.
Whichever
Yes,
one that one was,
can't
that one
remember.
scared the shit out of me.
I
when I was
think that
little.
was part. I think that was
It's the
either part three
two.
or four. It
Three or
was
four?
part 3 or 4.
Part
I
3?
think it was. I think
Man,
it was part
whichever
3 or
one
4
that
when
was,
happened.
I don't know because I never watched it again.
Because
But
I
when I was
remember
a
that
kid,
that was fucked up.
when I was a kid,
one-
that
that one was
scared
fucked
the
up.
shit out of me.
Listen, Freddy Krueger, the first 3.
Matt said we too old to be scared. we too old to be scared.
Yeah,
I guess
and
so,
that's probably
man.
why the
That
shit's
could
funny
be
to us right now. It probably is because we done lived through some
3
shit. So yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street scared the shit out of me. And
Halloween
the
5.
original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
man, now the original one, it had now me and Pat watched the original one together, and we laughed more than we were scared of that movie. I mean, it was.
Listen.
They was some dumbass.
It was that movie was not true enough. It was like the way it was shot
reason
and
why that
everything.
shit-
It was meant to be really scary. Like it was really. But me and Pat found a lot of humor in some of that
I
shit.
mean, because it was stupid. People, how they was
The reason
getting
why
caught.
that shit scared me
How-
was
Go
because
ahead,
I got
Robert.
chased by some real white people.
So you
when I
got
was at camp.
you relating it to a real life
Like-
thing is why it scared you then, huh? So Okay.
and really got shot at by some crazy ass white people.
Oh,
So
So
so you
that
he
so
related it more to
like
a real life
yeah,
type
so that
situation.
I
makes sense
thought the
then.
shit was real.
That makes sense for you there,
Yeah, I
Robert.
said, yeah,
But
and
for
me and
us,
Pat found a lot of. It was good. It was, but that shit was fun. Me and Pat laughed so hard at a lot of that shit.
I
I wish he
mean,
were here so
most
he
of
could
the
tell you.
that movie to me, the way the people got caught up and killed, man, it was just
The Texas.
stupid.
He said Texas
Yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre for
yeah.
2003
But
with
I
Jessica
I
Biel.
could
That was a good movie, but it wasn't as scary. It wasn't scary as the first one, but it was good.
no, it wasn't. But I can watch the first one now and laugh at it.
Laugh your ass
But
off, huh?
but I'm still traumatized by that shit that happened to me because me and my brother was real little, and we was at a fucking uh Catholic day camp and shit.
Yeah.
What was it? I think the scariest movie that really fucked my head up was probably The Ring.
The Ring, the first Ring.
Yeah, The Ring fucked me up
Which
completely.
part was she cried out the TV or what?
Man, all of that shit. That whole movie fucked me up.
Yeah, it was. That was
That
that was a good scary movie. That was. It really was.
that
The
The
whole
Ring,
answering the phone and shit. Yeah, that was kind of
man,
creepy.
The Ring totally just fucked me up on multiple
I saw
occasions.
that when I was working I think I was working at a video store then. So
Anything, any, I mean, movies. So certain movies back then when we watched them, the movies that played the mind games with you and shit,
Yeah,
those was the ones that was really fucked up.
yeah,
Because back then we was younger and we was naive and we was always careful and shit. And you know, those the things that really fucked us over. Cause
yeah.
you like you seeing that shit like, hey man, can this motherfucker come out the TV for real? Like, what the fuck?
had your ass looking behind the TV and
Yeah, yeah.
shit.
And then you answer the phone, and then the phone's ringing and shit, and then you know you had the moment. Everybody had a moment where you was in the house by yourself, and the phone just rung, and you wondering what the hell is going on, and then you pick up the phone, and then the phone, doom, like, what the fuck?
That just creeped you out, huh,
Oh, you
Mike?
know what?
The
I worked
Japanese
at the
version.
video
Oh yeah,
store
have y'all
when we
seen?
saw the ring.
He said the Japanese version of the Ring is a lot better. Have y'all seen it? Because I actually saw the Japanese version.
I
Yeah, I
did.
saw that
That's the
shit.
one. That's honestly the one that I'm talking about, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the version I'm talking about.
It was. It
They
was.
the tester they sent out to the video stores was the Japanese version.
Shit was crazy
Yeah,
as hell.
that one. Yeah,
So yeah,
that
you're
one
right,
was-
Mike. That is a good one.
Yeah, man. So this is just a lot of shit. The
The
Ring to
crazies.
me.
What is the
The Ring.
craziest?
Now I never heard of that one.
Max said the craziest and the strangers. Have I seen the strangers?
Yeah, I seen them both.
I can't think. I don't think I've seen the strangers either.
You forgot. Matt sit down. Matt sit down and he watch horror movies
The
just for
strangers.
fun.
The strangers. Let me go look and see. Pull it up. See what the flyer.
Yeah,
I
is.
try to watch everything that looked good.
Man, if when I watch a trailer for it, if I'm laughing at the trailer, I don't even bother watching
Sit
it.
down.
Shit,
if I
me
wanna
and
watch something
me and
funny, I'll
Juliana
watch-
watched that dang Batista movie with the little girl the other day, and that shit was good.
Which one?
He
You
got a
talking
horror
the one
movie.
where he was an agent?
Yeah, where he a little
I thought you talking
CIA
about, I thought you
agent
talking about a
and
horror
shit.
movie. I think.
That one was funny.
Yeah,
one
that shit was
that
good
one
as
was
hell.
Batista played in. He played in a
Batista
couple of
is
solid movies.
a good ass actor.
What about Kane and his horror movie? What was See No Evil?
Nah, that one
Yeah.
was fucked up. That one was.
Yeah, it was.
That one was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
it
they got a
was.
part two. They got a part two to it.
Yeah, but part two sucked.
I haven't watched part
Part-
two.
Part two. Well, I
What's
ain't
the
gonna
name
say
of
it
that
sucked.
other Batista
okay.
movie I told y'all to watch that I saw a couple weeks ago? I can't even remember the name of it, but that shit was better than this other one. Hey,
Yeah,
get
but-
out the kitchen.
Yeah, but the very first See No Evil movie, you knew WWE and WWE was behind it, and this was Kane. Man, that was Kane debut in the horror movie. Man, that was awesome. That was good. The
Yeah, that was
first See No
real
Evil
good.
to me was really good. So I could say that I could put that as like my one. I could put that as like my top two. The Ring is the Japanese version of The Ring is number
So
one.
you putting it in your
And
top two?
yeah, I'll put See No Evil as my second because I enjoyed that one. That one was good. And Kane actually played the hell out of that role
He
too.
did do a really good job.
He was fucking folks off left and right. He was fucking folks off left and right. So they really hooked that one up. But besides those two, man, that's really just about it.
What about have you ever
Like,
seen dang, what's the name of the movie? Hostel? Is that it?
Yeah, I like that.
You ever seen
I
that?
ain't seen
Now
that one.
that's a pretty good one too.
Oh, you said Hostel?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Ain't that what it's called, Robert?
Yeah.
Hostel. Yeah, it's actually
Yeah,
a
they
series.
actually made a couple
Yeah, it's like
couple
3 of them.
different ones.
You need to check those out because those actually some good ones too, Mike.
Okay, that's cool. But man, we talking about movies, man. It's anime out there scarier than movies. Now,
Yeah.
it's anime series that's scarier than movies now, man. Like this one anime called The King's Game. The King's Game fucked up.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
it
that one.
is.
The King's Game, man, you got random ass text messages, and all of a sudden, your ass, people randomly getting killed by random things, and you didn't know when the fuck was happening. It was like an anime, it was like a twisted version of Final Destination.
Hmm.
It was like a crazy
Yeah, I heard
twisted
about it, but
version
I
of
ain't never seen it.
yeah, but that like when horror anime come out, I don't even bother watching this shit, man. 'Cause
Oh man,
horror
some of that
anime,
shit is like really
because you know
fucking
anime,
fucked up.
because you know in animation, Chris, you pretty much got free reign. You
Yep.
pretty much got free reign. So, man, some of this shit when folks get their stomach cut open and they intestines and all of that shit, like that shit, like some of them damn horror animes are really fucked up.
I believe it. I really believe it.
Like holy shit. But far as movies go, back, you got any other movies that you want to bring up? Cause you know,
Now
y'all.
you brought up them Final Destination movies. All of them pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
I got my favorite horror flick.
what's
It's
up?
more like an action horror flick. It's a foreign flick called Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Now,
But you
see,
can
go ahead. I'm sorry.
you can get it on DVD and get it dubbed in English. But I don't mind the subtitles.
But see, that's another thing that I be missing out on too. Because if you really pay attention, man, it's a lot of foreign movies that are really coming up now. Like foreign movies was out there. You had good foreign movies at first, but just in general, just like not just in the horror genre, but you just got foreign movies in general, man. They just have really stepped their game up
And
in
you
a
know
lot
one
of
good
in a
one.
lot of areas.
One good
Look
one that
this
y'all might
movie
need to
up.
check out. Y'all might need to check out. I haven't watched all of it. I need to go finish it, but it's called Train to Busan. Y'all ever heard of that?
I heard it, but I
Uh-uh.
ain't never seen it.
Check that joint out. Y'all like
He
that
said,
joint.
"Oh, hey." Matt said, "Hostel was a porn."
It basically was. It basically was a horror porn.
Now, see, that I don't even want to watch it now. 'Cause
It wasn't no
I
damn
don't-
porn, Mike.
I don't want to watch
It was basically like
It
a bunch
was
of
a
kids
damn
on spring break at this like
I mean, Chris, come on, now.
backpacking and shit.
I don't
But
wanna see-
it wasn't.
It wasn't no damn
don't-
porn, Mike.
I ain't saying it was no. I'm not saying it like that, but I don't want to see bloody titties or anything like that. I know.
It's really
I was-
gory. They cutting and
Shit, I
stabbing
bet
and
it
chopping and
is.
shit, but it ain't no damn.
Go look up.
Yeah,
Okay,
man, Chris.
was a lot of killing going on while they was naked?
No, they was
Tell the truth.
they was more so
Tell the truth.
torturing. They were more torturing, you know.
So they was torturing people while being naked.
No, they wasn't naked. You might have seen somebody.
torture titties.
You might have seen somebody like, but no, it wasn't just like getting naked, like having sex and then dying. No, it wasn't shit like that. I mean, you know, somebody might get cut and their clothes come off or some shit, but you know, it was more so torturing people. Like it was the one scene where
gore porn.
it was
You
one
said it was
scene
gore
like
porn.
it was one scene like they had the dude in gore porn. They might crazy. It was just the one scene like dude was sitting like he had him tied down in the chair and he thought that he was gonna let him go. And so he cut both of his Achilles on back of his heel and told him he could leave. He told me like
So
he untied him like he was gonna leave. And so he left and then he tried to get up and walk. And of course, you can't walk in them just cut. So then he fell to the ground and he slammed the door in front of him and then he started torturing his ass. So it's just shit like that, but I mean
Fuck.
it's some really gore. Yeah, it's a lot of gore in that movie though. All of them.
Fuck. Matt said laid to rest.
I've never heard of that one.
I never heard of that.
The first few Saw movies, yeah, you said it right. Because after a while, Saw stopped being scary to me too. It just started being
I would say
different.
probably the first. I would say the first two.
I didn't think Saw was scary either.
The first couple was good, but after a while, it's like, okay, you should have stopped making them.
Man, that first Saw movie was funny as hell. Little bitty ass clown motherfucker.
You was just laughing at the
that shit was funny as hell.
You were laughing at the rest of the shit. I mean, the rest of the shit was that the little clown, not a clown, it's a jigsaw, the little thing, little puppet, whatever it is. Yeah,
I just think it's funny when people get caught in dumb ways. Maybe that's maybe I'm just.
You right? No, you ain't wrong about that.
People fucking stupid.
I do laugh at sometimes of that shit too, and that's one of the reasons why I don't go to the before COVID was happening, when Quisha used to take the kids to the movies to go see horror movies. I don't even bother going because I know for a fact everybody in the movie theater hate my ass.
Like, look at your dumb ass.
I'll be laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm laughing at movie theater. I would have got my ass kicked out. I would have got Quisha them kicked out. That I would have been on the couch. I would have been
like,
on the
I don't
couch
even
for
get scared playing horror games though.
No, I can't say that.
I don't.
Now some of them games we had on our list last week was so I can't really say that either.
I can't say that neither. I can't say that.
Same reason I don't mess with them Silent Hill games. So yeah, no.
Silent Hill was pretty up there when it came to shit like that.
I met with another good one up there, the Evil Dead remake. That junk was gory as hell.
I have not seen those.
Really, man, Mike, you need to watch that, man. Watch that remake of Evil Dead. It got a similar concept to the original, but they put their own little spin on it. But it was cool. You need to check that out.
Okay, that's cool. Man, Matt, we should have just had you on the podcast.
I know.
Man.
You should have been a special guest.
You might as well get in the party.
Matter of fact, go on get in the party. So you need to. This seems like this your shit right here.
Yeah, him and Snap.
Both of y'all, go ahead and join the party. So y'all can come on here and be a special guest. Because y'all might be able to put some insight into some shit that we don't know about. So go ahead.
They the two hard experts out of the group.
Yeah, we inviting y'all to the party. Go on sign on them.
Because they watch shit for the fun of it. they watch horror movies for the fun of it. Him and Snap, boy, they exchange horror movies.
Yeah, so y'all go ahead and go get in the party. Y'all need to be on here.
I ain't even know they liked horror movies. I have to
man,
put y'all on.
Can you see they firing off in the chat? They know this shit.
Oh no, him and Chris, they always firing.
They know this shit. They going
Did
off in the chat.
Did y'all see Brotherhood of the Wolf?
No, you talking?
That's my shit.
I need to watch that one, Robert. That one sounds interesting.
Man, you had Mike and Wolf in this party.
That's true
listening
too.
to this shit would love that movie. That shit dope as fuck.
That's true, dude. He did have.
When I found out it was a French movie, I was like,
funny.
damn. So
Let's
this
not
is what
talk
they
about.
making in France?
Let's not talk about French movies. The one that Chris and Matt recommended me kind
It
kind
scarred
of
you.
disappoint. It didn't scar me. It disappointed me. This shit disappointed
Move
me.
her shoe.
It wasn't a horror movie, but
Your
it
next.
was
I wonder what that is.
it wasn't a horror movie, but it was a movie on Netflix that they recommended me watch.
What is your next? Y'all seen that?
I ain't heard of that one neither.
I got another good one. Y'all seen High Tension?
I heard of High Tension,
It
but I haven't
sounds
seen it.
familiar, so I probably have
Y'all
seen
need,
it.
if you haven't checked that one out, I don't really want to talk about it because I don't want to give it away because it's one of those movies that when you think something's happening, something else is really happening.
When did it come out?
I came out some years ago, man. It's let me check.
Who playing it?
Shit, it's somebody I don't know. Like it's not like somebody we just seen a lot of movies and them. Let me see.
I probably, if I look it up,
I'm gonna look it up. That came out in 2003.
Yep, I probably seen it because I was
what's that
working in the
actor's
video
name?
store.
The main actor's name is Cecily de France. That's her name. Shit.
Let
Either
me
way,
look it up.
it's a
Ooh la
good
la.
movie. It's a really good movie. I had to check that out. But like I said, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to get a movie away. But I'm just gonna let you know it's really good. But it's one of them movies like once you get to the end, like, oh damn, that's what really was going on. So yeah, it's one of them kind of movies.
Boy, it's plenty. It's plenty of damn animes that start off that ends off like that. But this ain't about an anime.
Yeah, I
It's about
saw
horror
this
screen.
already.
So you know what I'm talking about? That twist on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to
Some
watch
of
that,
those
jump, Mike.
twists, some of those twists in movies and shows be good or bad.
Yeah, but this one's actually a good twist. It's not a bad twist. Some twists you be like, like you know what? A twist for me that was horrible and pissed me off was The Village. Y'all ever seen The Village?
Yeah.
I went to the
Yeah.
movie theaters and seen that shit, and when we got
That
to the end
M.
of the
Night
movie,
Shyamalan movie?
when we got to the end of that movie, I was pissed off.
I know you was.
Man, that movie. I went to the
you know
theaters.
what movie fucked me up with the twist? Signs.
One of them aliens.
Yeah, man, that shit. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that was another twist too. That kind of Wasn't as bad as The Village though. The Village that pissed me off. I was mad.
Matt said Hush was good and funny.
What is Hush?
I heard of Hush. I heard
Is that
of
that
Hush,
Batman?
but I haven't seen
Is that a Batman movie or some shit? Animated movie or something?
it. Matt said the Village is the worst movie of all time.
Yeah, see, exactly. He feel my pain. I was so mad. Like me and Chris Mosley
Yeah,
both
I
went to
don't
the
even
theaters and
think
saw this
I don't
shit.
even think M.
We was
Night
so damn mad.
Shyamalan is even claiming that movie anymore.
He shouldn't. I want to whoop his ass for that shit. That movie was horrible. I was mad that I went to the theaters and saw that. It was good up to the end. And we got to the end, I was like, oh, hell no. Man, it just pissed me off, man.
I think that movie got a cult following too.
What do?
The Village.
Don't. Why you tell Chris that?
Are you sure?
I swear to God.
Because Chris will go on Facebook and
I need to see some sources. I'm gonna look this shit up. It better not.
see, Robert, look what you
It
did.
better not.
I swear to God.
You just had to open up that can of worms.
Mac, you know anything about this?
He finna go roast everybody on Facebook.
You see what Matt wrote up there, don't you? Do you know anything about this? I want to know. You know anything about that
I
movie
hate
having a
that
cult
movie
following?
too.
That movie's man, hell no. I'm finna.
Nigga, I ain't trolling you.
Hell no.
Oh wow!
I thought just one
man.
person need that with me. That's a lot of folks need that.
I found out listening to a Comic-Con podcast, and I'm like, what? What? Say what?
Well,
Man,
you
that's
do
crazy.
you do have certain movies and certain things that do have like a small or brief.
You know
got a
I'm
little
full
small
of
little
useless
following.
ass knowledge.
That man said cult following. That means a lot of folk. You see what Mac wrote?
Motherfuckers,
Them fans
Motherfuckers
need to
collect
burn.
peeps, bruh.
Yeah,
It's
man, the
not
village
that
was
far
man,
fetched.
Mike, I'm telling you. I don't even want you, Mike. I don't even want you to go watch the movie. 'Cause I don't even want you to waste your damn time. I'm just gonna tell you, take my word for the shit. Don't waste your time and go try to watch the movie.
Matt said they need
Mac,
Matt, you sound
I
like
did
me,
like
Mac. You sound like
some
me.
of them damn
Y'all.
final destinations,
I don't find
Hey.
destinations out the chain.
but only for comedic value.
Let me see. I think
That's true, Robert. That's
and that's
true.
another one. The first couple of them was a lot better, and then toward
The
the
fir-
end, you was like, okay.
I would say the first three Final Destinations was
I think
good.
I stopped watching them after 3.
I stopped watching them after 3 too because beyond that point they was just funny.
Yeah, I've seen all of them, but yeah, the last few, you was like,
Yeah, but after 3 I stopped watching.
I think after 3, I'm like, man, what more can happen?
Yeah, how many ways can people die? You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I've seen some of this shit in real life.
Now they can't. Don't get me wrong. On all those movies, they did come up with some different ways of killing people, but it's like their delivery wasn't as great as the first couple of movies.
Yeah,
And
the first-
after some real Final Destination shit has happened to me in real life, I kind of was over watching that shit.
Man, I know the first 3 movies did fuck me up. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. Cause the way motherfuckers, I mean, come on now. It can literally just be a person just walking down the street and then all of a sudden a random car just hit them or something just happened. And you're like, what the fuck? just that shock value of
Nigga, I used to drive Lyft, and I had quite a few near-death experiences. So I was like cool on the whole Final Destination, watching motherfuckers almost die from stupid shit in cars, and yeah, man, I was good.
Tell me this though. After watching the second one, how many times do y'all get nervous driving behind a truck that got logs on it?
I mean, it's like
I have photographic memory.
That shit making me nervous
So
as hell
I
after
see
watching the
that
second
shit.
one.
I mean, you got to look at it. The first 3, just all in general. Luckily enough, we saw Final Destination when we was like we was older teenagers and shit, and we had sense.
Yeah.
But could you imagine if we saw this shit like that when we was like 8 or 10?
Like the same way them Freddy movies messed me up when I was a kid.
Could you imagine if we saw
My
Final
ex-wife wouldn't
Destination when we were
drive
young?
because of Final Destination, my nigga.
That shit was so crazy. Now
I'm sure it wasn't just Final Destination. It was some other shit, but like, fuck Final Destination.
I haven't seen the Invisible Man.
Now I'm
remake,
actually
but I heard it.
waiting. I'm actually gonna watch that this weekend.
That Invisible Man remake was good. Actually.
I'm actually
It
watching
wasn't
that
that
Saturday.
bad.
We out. Not we out. With me, Carl, and Tiffany, and Tab, and them. They coming out here, and we gonna watch on the patio. We're gonna have a fire. Little, what's the name set up out there and watching on the projector screen. So I'm actually gonna watch that movie Saturday.
Man, you wanna have heaters out there because the temps supposed.
Oh yeah,
to be dropping.
my patio closed in. Now it's more like a sunroom. It got
okay.
the glass windows. It's closed all in. So we're gonna put we got like the heaters that look like got the flame in it, and we're gonna have it out there to heat the room, and we're gonna have the projector screen up.
What Jason remake?
They did a couple of Jasons, so talking about like Jason X and all that shit.
Yeah.
Jason X
Them
was
bitches was
funny.
good.
Jason X was funny. It wasn't even scary. It was funny.
Now I heard about the silence, but I don't know, man. Y'all putting all these movies in here and all of this stuff.
See, y'all need to be in here to be able to discuss these movies to us, so we can, y'all need to be able to talk about them. I need y'all coming to this party.
I know. No, they ain't gonna come. They probably they listening to the podcast on the side while playing Ghosts. That's what they doing. They playing Ghost of Tsushima right now. They listening to the podcast and they come in and they did at the same time they playing Ghosts too. So.
But which Jason movie are you specifically talking about though?
Yeah, cause
Now I know they did a
Right.
remake of the Halloween. You know, like they did like an origin movie for Michael Myers. Y'all remember that
Which
one?
was good, by the way. I seen that. To me,
Yeah,
that one was
it was pretty
to
good.
me that one was pretty cool.
Showing how
I
I
mean, it
everything.
didn't
wasn't
see that one.
They showed him
it
from a
wasn't nothing
kid. He was a
scary.
kid. They showed him on there like,
Yeah, they did like an origin movie.
yeah.
That
What's
was
it
actually
called?
pretty good.
It was Halloween. Shit, what was it? Halloween. Let me go look.
That one slipped. I'm gonna have to watch that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind them actually doing the origin on all this shit. Actually, you know what
I
I'm
want
saying?
them to do a Freddy Krueger origin.
That would be awesome. I would.
Hell
I
yeah, it
would sit
would. I
down and
want.
watch that.
I'd like to see that one.
I would love to see a Freddy Krueger origin. I would love. I mean, they touched on Jason origin here and there, but I wouldn't mind seeing like a real Jason origin. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's
I,
what Matt
I
talking
don't
about.
know if I really want to see a Jason
So it was
origin
just
because that
called
motherfucker
Halloween,
was
y'all.
fucked up.
I think it was just called Halloween. It was in 2007.
Okay.
I think that was the remake. The one Rob
But
Zombie
I
did. Yeah. So Rob
yeah,
Zombie did
but
the remake 2007. It was just called Halloween.
now I do like the it's a couple it's I mean I heard that Jordan Peele doing a pretty good thing when he doing his little horror movies and shit.
Hey, let's get out the kitchen.
He becoming like the Black Stephen King.
It was good though. Get Out. Yeah, Get Out. Get Out was pretty good. I haven't seen his last one that he did though. With the
How many did
when
he
them
do?
people had
How
them
many
doppelgangers and they was like wearing them red
how many
suits.
did he do so far? Like two or
I
three?
just know of two. I know of Get Out, and I think the second one was Us. Second one, yeah, it was Us. I haven't seen Us yet.
He was working on a third. He probably was working on a third one. Then this damn pandemic hit, and he probably had to put it on hold.
Mm.
But you know what I would like to see?
Feel
Now,
free to
since
make
we
a
sit up
Jason
here,
on the Find the Show.
since we sit up here talking about horror things and they did a damn good Castlevania anime. But I would love to see a Castlevania movie, man. Fuck that.
That'd be dope.
Like a
I
live
wanna,
action you talking about?
yeah, I want a live action Castlevania movie, man.
Well, shit. Since we talking about animes that'll go from live action, I'd like to see a live action Hellsing
That would be interesting. That
or
would
Trinity
be,
Blood.
that
Like,
would be very interesting. Those two right there, those would be very interesting.
Man, I was
'cause
just talking about Us. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, man.
Cause Trinity Blood was a horror
Matt said, "Fuck
anime.
us."
I haven't seen it yet. It looked like it's gonna be good from the trailer. You don't like it? I'm guessing he don't like it at all.
I mean, he told us how he really felt.
Yeah,
Clearly,
definitely.
He said, "Fuck us." Like,
Yeah.
even though you said like "fuck us," we know you talk about the movie, but it just didn't seem like it just
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
sound right.
I mean, I would like to watch it, but that man making me think I'm gonna waste my money. It should be on
I
demand
mean,
by now, shouldn't it? Shit.
it should be, yeah. You should be able to catch
I'm
it.
gonna
and
go
watch
check
it,
on
but
demand and see if I can watch that shit free.
watch. Watch. It's one of the movies that you have to probably watch at your, you know what I'm saying, check it out for a little bit. But I ain't watched it yet because I'm like, I'm scared I might disappoint everybody.
So hold on, when they had Jason running, I don't remember that. I must have missed that one.
He said one of the damn Jason movies they
He said
actually
had him
had
running.
Jason running.
I missed that. Which one of them Halloween movies from back in the day y'all seen when Michael Myers was driving a stick? Who taught
I
Michael
forgot
Myers?
about
Who
that.
taught Michael Myers how to drive a damn stick?
Hey man, he could
That
have
man
taught
was hitting them
himself.
jumps. That movie was funny as hell watching Michael Myers drive the damn car.
Man, it's a lot of talents we don't. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talents that these damn serial killers have that we don't know about.
That shit crazy as hell to watch that man drive a car though, and a stick at that, hitting them jumps.
Next thing you're gonna see, Mike. Next thing you're gonna come out, man. It's gonna be Halloween Tokyo Drift while you're bullshit.
Oh man, that'd be a good way to introduce a horror foreign film. Your ass stupid.
I'm just
You
saying.
said a horror Tokyo Drift.
Hey, he was
Just
hitting, man. You should have
saying.
seen the man was hitting them jumps, man. Switching gears. Right
Hey,
now.
but
Halloween 4, that was
hey,
one was. Okay, well, Halloween 4. That shit
but
was
hey,
so funny.
but hey, sit down and think about this for a minute. Just think about this for a second. And I know this is outside the realm of horror movies, but it's in the horror realm. Just think about this shit for a minute. Think about you see how we got Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all the different killers from all the different movies and all of that shit. Now imagine that as a kart racing game.
As a kart racing game?
Yeah. Imagine that.
It would
as
be
a kart
interesting as
racing
hell.
game. I mean, I'm sorry. I just had to throw that out there. I know that was a very twisted thing to just think about, but just think about that for a second.
Yeah, that would be different.
Oh shit!
That man
But
said Michael
anyway,
was on a mission, and he was on a mission. That man trying to run their ass
man,
down in that old school. I forgot what it was. Was it the old Mustang? I can't remember, but he was trying to run their ass down in that junk. It was so damn
oh
funny.
man. Now since we talking about horror movies, and that horror movies have and some that was funny. Let's talk about we gotta throw the first two scare movies in there.
The Last Predator. Tom, when they had that big ass predator on there, is that the one you talking about, Mac? That super
I like
predator?
that shit.
I heard the Predator was cool. I might
It
actually
was.
sit down and
That
watch
shit
that.
was
Yeah,
good.
that's one he talking about. Yeah, that was good. And they kind of left it open for to continue that movie at the end, and they kind of left it open where they can continue it.
Well, I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it was pretty good though. Now that junk predators when they was on that planet, when they took them to another planet, that hunting reserve, that one was pretty good too to me. Did y'all see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
got
like
like
all
they
the
got like a
Predators.
bunch of killers or whatever and dropped them, and they took them to an alien, like they kidnapped them and took them on an alien planet, like it was like a hunting reserve. They put them out there, and then they hunted them. Yeah, they're going pretty
Damn.
good.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, you need to check that. It's called Predators. You need to check that joint out, Mike.
Okay. Now, I do have a question to ask since we're talking about scare movies and shit. I do. Now, do y'all felt that the Wayans brothers kind of predict the future
Huh?
with scare movies? The Wayans brothers
Predict the future.
with scare movies.
No, I've never gave that any thought. I don't know.
No, the reason why I asked because they dropped the first two scare movies and scare movies was funny as hell.
Oh, you talking about
And
the
it's kind of
scary movie? Like, oh, okay. I thought you was
no,
talking about
but
like,
no, I mean like by them bringing out the first two scary movies.
yeah,
When they brought up the first two scary movies, how they pointed out how it was comedy and horror.
yeah.
And it's kind of like that this day and age right now.
Yeah, I never gave that any thought though. But yeah, like the shit that they
Yeah,
do in the shit that they did in those movies actually kind of pointed out what's funny in other horror movies. Like
exactly.
it point out some of the dumb shit that they do in some of the other
Yeah,
movies that's funny as hell.
exactly. So it's kind of like in a lot of ways, like I feel like they kind of predicted the future on that shit.
Cause you know, in some of those movies, they actually were making fun of other movies. Like the first
It-
scary movie was making fun of like the Scream movies. Then
yeah,
they had, you know, the other movies, like they was in the haunted houses and shit. So it's like they took sections of other movies and kind of showed what was funny about them.
yeah. So that was just my thought that I just wanted to throw that
Yeah, I
out there.
never thought about that though.
I know I'm always thinking about weird, crazy shit. That's just me. But I digress.
But I see we can got a lot of movies put in our chat that I have never seen, or and some
Oh,
I've
just
never
make
heard of.
you probably need to
Yeah.
go ahead and go through the chat and make a list.
Don't forget to add Brotherhood of the Wolf.
I
That's
think
my
for sure
favorite.
Mike
Speaking
gonna
of
check that out though. Mike gonna check that
speaking
out.
of which, Snap and Mac, have y'all ever heard of that one? Brotherhood of the Wolf?
I mean, it was a foreign flick, so probably not.
No, no,
Well, you know, they
they
seem
don't
like they some
they
horror
they
movie buffs, so they'll probably
they don't
I don't
discriminate.
know.
They don't discriminate when it comes to horror movie. That shit can be subtitled, they'll probably still watch it. Especially Snap. If Snap watch Sharknado, he'll watch any damn thing.
Oh my god,
Sharknado.
that
Yeah.
shit was silly as fuck.
I didn't. I seen the previews for it.
I
Never even
watched the
tried to
first
watch
one, but I did not watch the
it.
other
I didn't even
ones.
try to watch it. Hard Candy? Nah, I never heard of that one.
Never heard
Yeah,
of
I
that
saw
one either.
Hard Candy too. They sucked me in with the cover.
Max said, "Nah, he gonna have to check it out." The Wolf movie you talking about?
I'm not gonna talk about it.
He said you gotta check that
Oh,
one
you
out.
don't want to? Oh, you don't want to spoil it?
Zombie strippers.
Mm-mm.
That might
Not at all.
Zombie strippers.
Oh, that's the one you talking about, Snap? That was some bullshit. That movie was some absolute bullshit.
The cover sucked me into that movie.
The
It
name,
did
Yeah,
the
piss me
name
off.
sounds crazy as hell though.
No.
So what's
I
a zombie
remember
got in
that.
a strip club and started biting folk? Is that
I
what it-
remember that bullshit. Him and Matt both recommended me that bullshit.
So
And I was
did,
pissed off
did a
for
zombie
watching
get
it.
in a strip club? Is that what happened?
Man, I don't want to talk about it.
Y'all ain't shit.
Yeah, they ain't shit for recommending me that movie. That's 2 strikes y'all got for recommending me shit that y'all ass ain't y'all made me watch and that shit sucked. That's 2 strikes y'all got. And Matt,
Zombie
you still
damn
owe
strippers.
and Matt, you still owe me a show that you need to watch. God damn it. Now we thinking about this shit.
That's crazy to think about zombie strippers though.
Man.
He said it had Freddy in it. Zombie strippers had Freddy in it.
Man.
Wrong Turn. Those Wrong Turn movies were actually some really good movies. Well, you know what? I haven't seen all of them, but I did see the first one, and the first one was really good. And what about The Hills Have Eyes? Y'all check out. Y'all seen The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
I haven't. The trailer didn't look interesting to me.
It was pretty good, Mike.
Hell yeah, that shit was good.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
some
good.
Ohio shit though.
You know, another movie that kind of got me when I was a teenager, that had me kind of creeped out a little bit was the Blair Witch Project. And it was
Nah,
it was mainly
the
because
Blair
of the
Wi-
way it was shot, you know.
Oh yeah, Blair Witch Project. I would think that the Blair Witch Project would fuck everybody up, honestly.
And like I said, it was because of the way it was shot. It was shot to make it look like it's something that happened for real. You know.
You know what? I never did got a chance to play the damn game.
They do got a game, don't they?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
I wonder what that game is like.
Hmm.
I probably didn't care to play it because of how the movie got me when I was a teenager.
Oh man, the movie got all our ass when we was teenagers.
You
Man,
see,
Robert, you said the movie was Brotherhood of the Wolf. You sure?
Yes, sir.
Why the fuck I can't find it in the damn Xbox store?
you see, Max said he'll have hours of fun. I mean, not fun. My bad. It was great, Mike.
Man, I gotta take their recommendations with a grain of salt.
Did y'all ever see?
They let
oh shit!
they let
I
they
gotta look
let
it up
they let
first.
me down. They let me down twice for horror movies.
You said they let me down twice.
They let me down twice with movies. Well, it ain't horror movies. They let me down twice. No, actually, it wasn't twice. It was 3 times. It was 3 times they let me down with them damn movies. It was 3 times they let me down with movies. I'm one of, and we getting off topic here. And Chris, we had this conversation while you was in here, and Robert, you probably going to get on my ass about that too. But I didn't. I really did not think, and this is not a horror movie. I really did not think The Raid was all that great.
Really, I
I
like that
I
movie.
I really did.
Who?
I didn't. The
Oh, the
Raid.
ring.
The
No,
Raid.
The Raid.
I
The
like it.
Raid. The Raid. I didn't think The Raid was all that great. To me, the movie didn't get good until the end. To me,
Man, I
it
like
really
that joint all the way
was.
through.
It was all right.
I
It
like it
was
all the way
just.
through, man.
They recommended The Raid. They recommended me this movie that was on Netflix. It was a French movie called Love. That was really
What
that
did you not
started
like
off.
about The Raid, though, Mike? That movie had, I mean, it was action all the way through.
I mean, I was expecting more of a martial arts movie. I was when it came to that, and the martial arts to me didn't kick in until the end of the movie.
I
mean,
liked it. It
he was
wasn't-
still doing some martial arts.
It was mostly gun. It was gunplay. It was half gunplay and half martial arts. I was expecting them. I was expecting.
So you
them,
was looking for like hand to hand throughout the whole movie. That's what you saying?
exactly. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that throughout the whole movie.
But when you
I
take
re-
when you take that out of the equation and just go for it being an action movie, like it delivered on the action all the way through, though.
I guess.
I mean, it was action throughout. It wasn't a martial arts movie all the way through, but it was action from beginning to end.
I mean that's cool, but I guess it was me. I guess because
You just went in with a different expectation, I guess.
I did. That really was. That was the expectation that I went in. I went in thinking like, oh man, we finna get some fights in. They finna beat this raid. They finna raid this motherfucker. It's finna be some fights. They finna go in like no man army and go in there and kick some ass. And all of a sudden, and raiding and doing all the other shit, and then after, as soon as they ran out of ammo and guns and shit, then they resorted to fighting.
But I mean, that's some real shit, though. I'd have done the same shit. If I ain't got to fight, I'm shoot your ass. If you was in that situation, Mike, you ain't finna go in there hand to hand. There was a lot of damn
Right.
fucking there. You gonna go in there and shoot your ass off, and you ain't gonna fight until you got to. That's what they did.
I don't know.
So see, if you would have went in just thinking it was an action movie, you'd have been okay. But you just had the wrong expectation. It wasn't a full on martial arts movie. It was an action movie.
And that's the one reason that's one of the one things that I missed. I miss martial arts movies, and I guess that was the reason. That was the reason why I went in with that expectation.
So you was hoping for it to fill that void that you was missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I understand you on that one.
Yeah, and it didn't. And so I cuss him and I cuss Mac and Chris out about that bullshit.
But it was a good movie though, man. I'll say it was a good action movie. It wasn't a good martial arts movie until the end, but it was a good action movie.
Like, man. anyway, back to topic. Goddamn, we already said we segued again. So my bad. But we're gonna have. I hope y'all make a list on them damn horror movies that they recommended. And he had the nerve to say Zombie Strippers was awesome. You full of shit,
The name just getting me.
man. He full of shit. That movie sucked. That movie sucked to the highest degree.
So what movies do we have at our very top? Like I said, for me, it was that Freddy Krueger, the one where he was on the bed and
I
shit.
think it was part 3 and 4. We can't remember the
So
exact.
that was that's gonna be my all time. Cause he got me if I'd have watched it as an adult for the first time, it'd probably been different. But I saw it as a kid and it messed me up.
But see, cause you know what we probably need to do one of these days? Not one of these days, but before the month out, we probably need to go back and watch at least one of our horror movies that we watched back then.
I'll probably go back and watch that footage. I can handle it better now.
Like not only just that, but if just a reminder, because you know the stuff that we was into when we was younger, you go back and watch it now, you be like, why was I into this again?
Yeah, I know, right? And you know another thing you do, you go back and see how fake the shit looked back then.
Yeah, exactly. Cause that's how it was when I went back and I watched Power Rangers and VR Troopers and all of that shit.
Man, dude, I went back and watched the first, and I used to love them Conan movies when I was a kid. Like, I loved them. I went back and watched that first Conan movie. I was like, oh my God, this shit is visually horrible. Like, I was like, I couldn't believe it. But I mean, I'm talking about as a kid, I'm talking about I straight loved them. It was some of my favorite movies of all time. But man, I saw this shit as an adult, man. I was like, damn. It was hard. It was rough to look at. It was tough to look at.
A lot of that shit is.
Joyride. I was trying to think about that movie. I'm glad you put that up there because I was finna say Run Like Hell, but that's a game. But Joyride, that was exactly the movie I was trying to think about. I'm glad you wrote that.
I haven't seen Joyride.
That movie is awesome. I was trying to find it on my phone, but that's why I didn't ever say nothing. But I kept thinking Run Like Hell, but that ain't the name of it. It was Joyride.
The Hitchhiker was fucked up.
The Joyride is a damn... Mike, if you ain't seen Joyride, go watch that. It's a damn good movie.
Or is it a horror movie?
Yeah. I say it's more like a
thriller.
suspenseful thriller. Yeah, it's like one of those. But
Now,
you got Pet Sematary up there. Which one are you talking about? The remake or the original? Because I still haven't seen the remake. I haven't seen the remake yet. The original,
I've seen them both. The original was better.
The original was the shit though.
That's another movie that's man.
What's that? Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that original jump was They went in on that.
That fucking movie ruined cats for me for black cats for me forever.
Hey, I think that's why my wife don't fool with them. My wife don't fool with cats either. Probably because of that movie. Yeah, he said,
Who grave you spitting on, Chris?
That's a movie too. No, that's a movie.
Oh, that's a movie? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I'm like...
Yeah, that's a movie.
Finna say, damn.
I'm like, Snap, who grave you spitting on?
No, that's a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that movie pretty straight too. That's another good one. It's pretty straight.
What?
Yeah, it was. It was a class. Yeah, it was pretty good. What about what would y'all call that movie? Thinner. What would y'all call that?
You said Thinner?
Yeah, you remember? Yeah, the old movie Thinner. Would y'all call that a horror or whatever?
I would. I was more like it would be more like a suspenseful, more suspenseful than any damn thing. Like a suspenseful thriller.
Yeah, because I kind of liked that one back in the day too.
I don't even remember that one, y'all. I
What
do
was that?
not remember. I do not remember. I spit on your grave.
Real?
I,
It's not real
I
old. It's kind of it's old, but it's not old like from the kids. No, it's like more like I think it's in the 2000s, mid maybe. Let me go
um
look when it came out. Yeah, it's
I
not
guess
really old.
like during that time, I was pretty much winding down my damn.
It
I
came out
was
in
pretty much wind.
2010, Mike.
I was pretty much winding down all my horror movies and shit. I've been stopped watching them because they all was getting all stupid and shit.
Yeah, take that down out. It's pretty good.
But while we talking about horror movies, man, we forgot to bring up Candyman.
Oh hell yeah, yeah
Candyman had motherfuckers scared to death.
yeah. It did.
Now, now the
I
question
remember
is,
my little sisters was scared to death of Candyman.
A lot of people did.
a lot of people was, a lot of people was terrified of Candyman. Also, well, I ain't gonna say. I would say the Grudge too.
The
The
grudge,
Grudge as
yeah.
well. The Grudge was kind of fucked up. The Grudge was really fucked up in a lot of ways. You had that. That was good. Now I'm gonna tell you was something that was good and funny at the same time. Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, I would. That definitely ain't a horror. It's definitely a comedy. It was good as hell though.
Yeah, but it was awesome though.
Yeah,
Shaun
it
of the
was.
Dead was awesome.
Yeah, I like that. What do y'all think about that movie Cabin in the Woods? Y'all remember that?
I remember it, but damn, it's been a while.
And
It is.
Don't Breathe. You know what? Don't Breathe. Watching the trailer for it, you would think that it's a horror movie or suspenseful thriller or whatever. But watching the movie, it wasn't really scary. Like it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. But I didn't get a sense of it being scary.
Yeah.
And to tell the truth, he was really the victim.
Yep. That is true. You are absolutely correct, sir.
So he did what he was supposed to do.
You know what? Another movie that we forgot to mention.
What's that?
What we sitting up here talking about? We forgot about Hellraiser.
Oh, head man. That's
Forgot
another
about
Man,
one of them just
Hellraiser,
from a
man.
kid that messed me up. Yep.
We forgot about
That was
Hellraiser,
some of the
man.
creepiest. Like, who came up with that shit? Like, what kind of brain, what kind of thoughts that you got to have to come up with that shit?
You ain't lying. You're not lying about that. Hellraiser, I believe, Hellraiser fucked my head up too. Hellraiser and Candyman both kind of like dropped at the same time too. If you really pay attention to that,
Yeah, that Hellraiser,
yes,
that
they
shit,
did.
Hellraiser
they
just kind of
dropped.
creep you
They
out though. Like,
they dropped around about the same time, man. That shit was nuts.
yeah, man, Cabin in the Woods was really good. So you like the ending? I can't really talk about the end too much. 'Cause I don't think Mike, you ain't seen it, have you? Cabin in the Woods. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yes,
Oh,
I.
you ain't gonna. If you
That's you
gonna
gotta.
talk about it, man,
It's
they ain't gonna.
the ending. Really, the ending is a trip on that jump. Though. That's another one of the movies when it gets to the end, it kind of do something different. But yeah, it's still good though. I say the ending of it don't mess the movie up like some shit be doing.
Now I do know that. I remember Matt telling me that the new Child's Play movie was interesting.
Yeah, Pat was talking about that the other day. Might have been yesterday. He was talking about that. Poltergeist. Didn't they do a remake of Poltergeist too?
I remember them doing a remake of Poltergeist, and that was. I know the old Poltergeist movies was fucked up.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think they did a remake of it, but I can't really remember what it was like. Have y'all ever seen this
Yeah.
old movie from back in the day called oh my god, The Others? Y'all ever seen that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it,
That
but
was
I
another
heard
movie
about
that
it.
had a good twist in it too. Good movie though.
Was that Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty damn good movie. Speaking of movies with a messed up ending though, The Happening. Y'all watch that?
No,
Yep.
I haven't watched that neither.
Well, no, that ain't the one I'm thinking about. The Happening was a good movie, but I'm thinking about The Fog. That was the one that had the messed up ending. Was it The Fog? Was that what it's called? It might not have been The Fog. I know it was a fog in the movie. Oh, what's the name of that? Let me go look it up and see if I'm thinking about the right movie. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was The Fog. Oh my goodness, I gotta go find the name of the movie now. The name of the movie I'm talking about, it was a fog that came through this town, and it trapped them in the grocery store. They was in the grocery store, held up because they were scared to go outside into the fog. And if anybody in the chat know what it is, type that in there for me because I cannot think of the name of that movie. Like I said, it was in this town, and the fog came through, and people was dying inside of the fog, and they trapped them inside of a grocery store, and they was held up in there because the
Oh,
fog
I
was
remember
coming.
that movie. I remember that. I think me and Quisha sat down and watched that movie.
Do you
That
remember the
movie
name of
kind
it
of fucked
was?
me up. Hold on. Let me ask her. She just walked in. Hey, babe. Uh,
I cannot remember the name of that damn movie, but it was a good movie. Crazy ass ending, but the movie was good. But I cannot. It wasn't The
no,
I
Fog.
can't
she can't.
remember.
She can't remember neither. But I know what you're talking about,
Hey, Carla.
though, Chris. It was one where they all trapped in the fog and shit. That shit was fucked up. I do remember that. We sitting up here. Did Chris? Is anybody still in here? Am I in here by
Yeah, I'm
myself?
here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, Mac, you brought out. That's another movie that fucked us up. That's another movie that fucked us up when we was a kid. Man, Children of the Corn was fucking nuts.
Oh, what the fuck was
The
the name of that
Mist.
other one?
The Mist. Y'all need to check out The Mist though for anybody that ain't
Children
seen
in
it.
the Attic,
That
or
was the movie I was thinking about.
what the fuck was
Children
the
of
name of
People
that
Under the
shit?
Stairs. Is that what you
People
talking
Under
about?
the Stairs. Yeah, that shit. Fucking
Man, that's
crazy ass
crazy as hell.
movie.
Them damn. That's kind of almost the same realm feeling as the Children of the Corn movies.
Mm-hmm. Right up there with it. Fucking
Yeah.
crazy ass white people writing about their relatives.
We can't forget about Insidious.
Yeah, I've never seen the Insidious movies though. I've never seen any one of them. Did I already say The Happening? Did I already mention that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
And
Now,
oh shit,
anybody
what was
seen Mom?
this movie? It came out not that long ago where when you look, like when them things was coming, if you look at them, it kill you. That was Bird Box, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now Bird Box was actually pretty good too.
Hell yeah, that shit was good.
It was like when the only people that could look at them were people that were already crazy. Anybody haven't seen Bird Box, go check that out. It's good as hell on Netflix. I think it's still on Netflix.
That it's another series out on Netflix called The Rain. It's a foreign show that's pretty good. It's like a series.
Have anybody seen that movie? Cloverfield Lane. Did y'all ever check that out?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it was pretty good too. You ever check that out, Mike?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Identity. That's another. Y'all ever watched Identity? The setup for Identity was pretty cool. It was really about this guy with a split personality, and then the movie took place inside his head.
The fuck?
Yeah, this guy had a bunch of. See, the thing was, this guy, he's a serial killer. So like, he was locked up and arrested because he was a serial killer. But the thing was, he had a lot of multiple personalities. I mean, he had multiple personalities, and one of his personalities was a serial killer. So to get the serial killer, they had like a psychiatrist. They took him in there and they had psychiatrists to talk to him. And then the movie started with what was going on inside of his head with all his multiple personalities. So you didn't see the real guy anymore. You just saw what was in his head.
Man, you realize they remind me of the damn Suffering, right?
Suffering. Oh, the movie? I mean, the game?
No, yeah, that's exactly how the Suffering was, but the Suffering was mainly dude was a psycho. He was like a psychotic killer, and he was like, oh, he had his mind basically playing tricks on him about seeing shit. Yeah, but
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's exactly what
watch
that shit reminded me
watch
of.
that. I watch that movie Identity though, because it's cool the way that they set it up. Like I said, the whole movie was just what was going on in his head, and because they was trying to get to, like, he had like about 5 or 6 different personalities in there, and like they all were individual people in the movie playing his personalities. And one of them was a serial killer. And pretty much in the movie, the serial killer was actually killing the other personalities. So it was a pretty cool setup.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I said the setup for it was really good. The delivery, the idea kind of crazy, but the delivery was great. They did a good job on working that out to make it make sense, you know. Because I don't know if what I'm saying it makes sense, but watching the movie, it makes complete total sense. Like they did a good delivery on that. It's called Identity. Came back in like 2000, early 2000s. So yeah, check
I
that
think
one
I
out.
seen that shit.
The Descent. I don't think I've seen The Descent either. The Descent. Y'all ever seen that? What's that about? It sounds familiar though.
I heard about it, but I ain't seen it.
It sounds really
It's a lot.
familiar, but I cannot put my finger on what it was about. Shit, I don't think I
No,
can.
see,
Sound like y'all got a lot of movies to watch.
it's a lot of movies that they recommended that I remember, but it's a lot that I don't see because, like I said before, horror movies just don't interest me. They're mostly funny. If I want to watch something funny, I'll watch comedy. That's just how I feel about that. I don't want to waste my time watching a movie so I can laugh at it. I'll just watch comedy instead of the horror movie. But that's just my take.
I don't think I can really think of
Yeah,
any
usually
other
when
ones,
I'm
man.
watching some horror shit, it's because I ain't got shit else to watch.
Yeah, I hear you.
Y'all got any other ones? I think I done fired off.
You tapped out.
Yeah, I think I done fired off about most of them, most I can think of.
Shit, y'all fired off, and Robert fired off, and I guess in the chat is fired off too. Sean and Matt fired off.
Yeah,
And
they would have been some
fired
great.
off
They would have been
damn
some
near
really
all of
great
mine.
guests to have on live chatting tonight, because it seemed like they got a lot of movies and could have a lot of insight on this stuff.
Well,
It
next
seemed like this
time
was
we-
definitely they podcast. This one was for them. So next year when we do this, y'all definitely got to be some special guests to be in the party.
Yeah, and hopefully by then I will try. I'm not giving no promises, but I will try to have at least more current horror movies under my belt.
So he gonna try to watch some of
I'll try.
He
I ain't
said he
giving
gonna
no
try to
damn
watch
promise.
one or two.
them.
I'm not. I'm
all we
not
can
giving
ask
no
is
damn
that you try, Mike.
promises.
That's all we can ask.
I'm not gonna get no promises.
Cabin Fever was crazy as shit. I saw that jump was crazy.
1408.
Oh yeah, with that room. Yeah, I remember that jump. That jump was good too. It was room 1408.
Oh
Shit,
man.
HBO got like a series based on something like that.
That man said next year we gonna have to extend it. Yeah, they said they gonna come with plenty to talk about.
He said that shit will have to stay to another hour.
Yeah. So next
Nah,
year,
it won't.
next year y'all
It
gonna
won't.
come on and cause like I said, this was made for y'all. I see. 'Cause y'all got a lot of
No,
shit
we
I ain't
about
never
to
even
turn this
heard
shit
of.
off.
I ain't
Yeah,
never
I
even
mean, it was
heard of
made
this
for
shit.
everybody. It was made for everybody. They provided some great clarity and input.
I'm saying they provided a lot of shit that we ain't even heard about though.
Well, I heard of them. I just ain't watched them.
Shit, they hit me with something I ain't never even heard of, and I actually watch. I watch a lot of horror movies, but yeah, they
I
hit me with a
don't.
lot of.
They've been trying to convince me to watch half of the damn horror movies they watched, and I'm like,
Now I watched a lot of older ones because I used to be like me and my sister. We used to be into watching. She still is, but I used to watch a lot of horror movies with her. And now Carla, she don't really do the horror movies like that, so I don't really watch them. Me most of the time when I watch movies now, me and Carla watch movies together. So I kind of got out of watching them like I used to. Yeah, so that's the reason I got a lot of older ones under my belt.
well, see, I have got out of watching just reality TV in general, just TV in general. There's TV shows and all of this shit. I got out of all of it. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie.
He said him and Mac just winging it right now, so that's why they're gonna have to. Why we're gonna have to ask more time next time, cause they're gonna be on point then. They gonna
Well,
have
we
this shit
got a
right.
whole year. You got a whole year.
So y'all got a year worth of prep time.
pretty much. Y'all got a whole year. And around about that time, they library. See, now you talk about the government library of horror movies. That's them right there. That's both of them.
Pumpkin
They got
head,
the
that ugly ass thing.
They got a government library of horror movies.
That's all. So y'all got plenty of prep time then. So y'all be
Well,
ready. Y'all gonna be some special guests.
well, crap.
I
if
didn't
we-
prep either.
I don't think nobody really prepped. We just everybody's really just kind of winged this one today.
I mean, it's horror movies, man. I mean,
So
wasn't
nobody really
no-
had no good prep time.
It wasn't really no prep needed for horror movies. This
Y'all don't want to
generation of
know
horror-
what I did to prep.
This generation of
Got
horror
high.
movies suck.
I mean, that's what I prep. That's my daily prep for everything, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, but horror movies this generation suck, man. That's just really what it is. They're not horror movies anymore. They're not horror. They're not scary. They're mostly funny now. Everybody watch horror movies for a good laugh. They don't watch to be scared.
I watch horror movies to see if they actually pay people to do
To die?
scary shit.
Oh, I
Because
thought
the
you
shit
said
don't be
pay people
scary.
to die.
I'm just glad they stopped making people trip in horror movies. That was annoying as shit.
Or run upstairs.
They
Do
haven't-
they
They
still make
they
people
still
run
run upstairs
upstairs
now. They still run upstairs.
Yeah. When they stop making motherfuckers do that, I'll watch horror.
They run right upstairs
horror
and lock
movies
the door,
again.
then try to climb out a third-story window instead of going right out the front door.
That's the dumbest shit.
Yeah,
You run up some motherfucking stairs.
I remember back
Dumbass
in the days
horse.
though, all of them tripped over their feet every time.
Or run through a forest.
Yeah, run right. Yeah, instead of running, they run right into the damn trees with all these damn trees and shit.
roots and all
away
type
from
of
the
other
away
dumb
from the
shit,
help.
or down a smooth road. You run away from the smooth road into
Yeah.
some shit where you know you can trip.
Yeah.
You dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm glad they stopped doing some of that dumb shit. They still do a lot of it, but some of that shit was just ridiculous. Like you just saw the fall coming.
Or you scream when they running right next to you, or you hide and you scream.
I seen folk go and hide up under the bed or go get on the bed and pull a cover over their head. Like, are you serious? Matter of fact, me and Carla were watching the movie the other day. Girl got in the bed and pulled a cover over her head.
I guess
You said
they
what?
had that notion where
Yeah, that's what she
motherfucker
did.
can't see
We was watching matter of fact, we were watching
you,
one of them
you
Lifetime movies.
invisible.
Got in the bed,
Oh,
Well, that
Mike.
explains it all.
Lord.
Mike got in the bed, Mike. Pulled the cover over her head. And upstairs first. Got in the bed. Like I don't know what the thought process was.
But she all
Yeah, and you wonder why I don't watch that bullshit. Anyway, it did. Chris also Snap also pointed up a good thing in the chat. He bust out and like it gets them when they trip over a leaf.
right.
Trip over the
A
smallest
blade
shit.
of grass.
And then you know what even makes that worse?
Toothbrush.
Even if you fall, because I done fell over some dumb shit too, but even if you fall, they
Oh,
don't get
let's
up.
talk about falling over dumb shit.
I'm just saying that,
Today.
like if somebody chasing you and you try to get away, you gonna trip, fall, roll, get the hell back up and keep running. They would trip, fall, and act like it's over with. Like they can't get up. They don't even try to get up.
Sometimes you get a little winded, bro, and you
No.
just have to sit there.
They don't be
I had
winded
one
because
of
they
them
scream
moments
for help.
today.
They'll fall and then scream for help. You got plenty of wind.
Well, yeah.
They'll trip and go to yelling and reaching instead of getting your ass up. I'm glad some
Or
of that dumb shit.
crawling.
Yeah, crawl. Yeah. Dumb shit.
And then suspense music playing in the background.
Clearly, these motherfuckers ain't never been chased before.
Killers getting closer, and all of a sudden you die.
Yeah,
You deserve to die.
Yeah, they really did. They really deserve to die. Get your
You
ass
deserve
up.
to die.
I done been running from some shit plenty of times. I'm tired of fell, hit the ground, roll 2 or 3 times. I'm right back on my feet. Gone.
It's just stupid, man. Anyway, before we close out, we got anything else? Before we close out?
No, I think I
Look
done,
like it's around about that time to wrap up.
I done named everything.
We got to tell people to go vote twice.
Well, as Robert.
So I'm going to tell them to go vote, and then, in your closing, you can tell them to go vote too.
Oh, you just told them to go vote. Get them off. Go vote.
God damn it.
I know we get the lesser of the two evils, but still. Go
It don't
vote.
matter. I don't even care who you vote. Just get your lazy ass up and go fucking vote. It ain't going to cost you nothing.
But
Do something. Shit.
I mean, to a certain degree, you can't. But to a certain degree, if we get all time, I know this is the closing, everybody. We close it out. But you got to understand why some people don't want to go vote though, Robert.
Well,
I mean, you got to
I
understand,
understand, Mike, but at the same time, I get tired of hearing motherfuckers complain.
I mean, people they
It's
complain.
other shit to vote for other than presidents.
It is. That's true. That is absolutely true.
And that's part of the problem. That's
People don't realize that.
part of the predicaments we in.
Yeah, people definitely.
You got to
don't
start
realize
getting rid of the bullshit to make it to the top.
Mm.
If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Man.
I know you understand. I need the other motherfuckers to understand. God damn it.
Them other people that hold them seats, they hold a lot of the power too. So you definitely right about that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
So
you,
I need that other one motherfucker that needs to listen, right? Get your ass up, stand in line if you have to, go vote.
all right. Now that we're gonna be basically telling you to go vote twice. So with that note, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Appreciate if you hear extra noise in the background. Apologize. Wife just came through and
It's
having a
called life,
conversation,
Mike. You
and
ain't
it's
gotta
loud.
apologize. Shit,
No, but
life
it's loud.
happens.
But anyway,
It's really not that loud.
appreciate
It
everybody for
sounds
tuning
like
in. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy our favorite horror movies. Yeah, we was winging it tonight, but it was a damn good wing. I appreciate my
That was a damn
wingman
good. That was
for
like that turkey
wing.
wing I smoked.
that shit look good as fuck, man. I was so mad when you
Damn
sent me
good
that
wing.
picture because I just bought a
Anyway,
cheap ass turkey sandwich and you gonna send me that damn picture. I was so mad.
Oh, my bad, my bad, Mike. I threw another wing. My bad. Go ahead, do your thing.
anyway, appreciate everybody once again for tuning in, man. Like I said, this is most likely the last podcast the last horror podcast for October. So if you got any recommendations for future podcasts, you know what I'm saying, let us know. Let us know at our social media platforms at Console Media ENT. You know what I'm saying, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. You got any podcast topics you want us to talk about? Hit us up on there. Tomorrow we'll be streaming Unreal Tournament 3, which is an oldie and a goodie and a classic. So we'll be most likely streaming that tomorrow night on Twitch at Console Media ENT. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed us tonight and you'd like to hear more from us regarding what topic we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? You can smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, and catch us every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time right here on this same channel. But besides that, man, that's really just about it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe out there, wear a mask, social distancing, and once again, go to repeat that same thing. Go vote. Get up off your asses, go vote. I know we getting the lesser of the two evils, but still, go vote. And Matt, your vote do matter. Your vote do count. Your voice needs to be heard. And hopefully, after we get the lesser evil in office, we could get his ass out of office and get something pure, get something better in office. So let's hope for that. But other than that, man, everybody have a good night. Be safe. Console me out.
Hey, did you tell them about the?
Peace.
I'm sorry. Did you tell them about the social media pages and stuff?
Yeah, Chris.
Oh shit, I must have missed that
You,
part.
you,
I was waiting to put the
you-
screen up.
yeah, I did. I told them if they have any, well, let me repeat, just in case you didn't hear. If you have any podcast or stream suggestions, hit us up on our social media platforms at Console Media ENT on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are currently working on our Discord. We're currently working on getting the Discord organized so we can have more, so we can build more of a community there. So that's that's really just about it. Yeah, and that's it. Chris, did you put the social media thing up there?
It's
No,
up
he
there
didn't.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay, cool. All right. Besides that, that's just about it. Once again, have a good night. Be safe. Wear a mask. Social distancing. Go vote and take care of each other. Console me out.
peace.
Peace.